started raining. So now you're aware of yourselves, right?
Ah, yes, water.
YouTube is lying to you about Tron, Ares. No, it's not a masterpiece, but it's definitely not the unwatchable disaster they say it is. And speaking of which, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Or rather, the program in the real world. Half the internet is going crazy, saying Disney only brought the story from the grid into reality to save money on CGI and green screens. Watching those opinion videos, I seriously thought we were going to get some cheap looking graphics, or that they'd cut corners on the coolest stuff, like the digital manifestation of the vehicles. But honestly, the exact opposite is true. Anyone who knows even a little bit about digital post-production or has messed around with VFX knows that integrating these glowing neon digital objects into a real live action environment and getting the lighting and textures perfectly right is incredibly hard work. I actually think the light cycles look even better in the real world than in the digital one, and visually, the movie easily matches the level of Tron Legacy from 2010. I do agree though that the 2010 movie had a completely different vibe, but I think we also have to keep in mind that we were all 16 years younger back then. A lot of people also mention various plot holes, but honestly, those happen in other movies all the time too. If the human main character had died from a fall, there wouldn't be another hour and a half of the movie. I'm sure someone could have come up with a better way to write it, but I guess they also have to keep all the corporate nonsense in mind, like making a profit and keeping the higher-ups happy. We just have to accept that movies aren't reality, even if they're inspired by it. However, 16 years or not, I think the new soundtrack doesn't even come close to the vibe of Daft Punk's music. I mean, the new tracks have a totally modern style, but the movie didn't really make it clear to me if we are still somewhere around 2010, or if we're so far in the future that Sam Flynn and Cora are already dead from old age. However, the parts where the AI decides to try and reach its goal without seriously hurting anyone felt very 2026 to me. But I couldn't decide, was Ares trained from scratch by Dillinger, or was he originally built on the foundations of Google or OpenAI, and that's why the God of War still has some built-in safety guardrails? Overall, I also really missed Sam Flynn and Cora from the movie, and I thought a lot of scenes were kind of lame. Technologically, I don't think there's anything really new in this movie. It feels more like a facelift of the 2010 film rather than a completely new one. I don't think they put more work into it than the previous one, but there are some cute, slightly thought-provoking and funny scenes. I felt like the movie tries to please everyone, but it mostly caters to viewers with TikTok brains, and it portrays AI the way a clueless boomer dad would. Despite all its flaws, I think it's totally watchable, and I recommend it to anyone looking for a solid 2-hour escape. Let me know in the comments if you like the movie or not, and what you disagree with me on. If you're interested in my takes on the world, drop a like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Have a beautiful day.